Hey, CNBC family and friends, just checking in with you to keep you connected and updated about what's taking place at CNBC. I'm sure that by now I'm beginning to sound like a broken record, but I can't resist and I want to take this time to thank our dedicated and committed staff and volunteers who make it possible for us to bring the word of the Lord to you virtually each week through worship, and who work on the front lines and make it possible for us to serve the community in very tangible ways in these critical times. I'm also grateful for your thoughts, for your prayers, for your calls, for your text messages, for your words of encouragement that you place on Facebook posts and updates and statuses on Instagram. I'm truly grateful for all the ways that you go out of your way to encourage me in this time of pastoring in an unprecedented period. This week has been a week of generosity for which I am eternally grateful. I want to thank Pastor Bartholomew Orr and the Brown Missionary Baptist Church and the online viewers who shared their offering from their online revival and presented us with a check for $7,500 this past week. We will use those funds to support our Corona Relief Fund that makes it possible for us to serve members of the community who are in need. My line sisters from Delta Sigma Theta, Sorority Incorporated, the 188 Pearls of Perseverance, decided to surprise me on our 13th anniversary and donated approximately $1,000 to our relief fund. Also, Sister Reach awarded us a grant of $5,500 to be used for emergency relief during this pandemic. And of course, we're continuing to partner with the YMCA to distribute lunches to school children. This week, we distributed more than 1,200 lunches, and almost 250 relief boxes of food were given to provide assistance to the community. These are just a few of the reasons why collaboration and partnership and your gifts and support continue to make a difference. As I continue to say, we will do as much as we can for as long as we can. We're doing our best to feed people, to serve the community, and to keep you encouraged with the word of the Lord. And we need your continued support as you are able, so that we might touch the world with the love of God. We've also reinstituted our stimulus checks. Several years ago, we used to give those to members of our church who were unemployed. For the past few weeks, we've given a stimulus check to a member of our congregation who is not working or who is unemployed. We've given them a minimum of $500, and we're going to continue to do that as long as we can. I'm sure that you've been wondering about our in-person gatherings, or the resuming of our in-person gatherings, considering the fact that Governor Lee's in-home order expired on April 30th, and the mayor's announcement that on May 4th, phase 1 of the Back to Business plan would be set in motion. Although that plan allows for churches to gather based on a 25% capacity, at this particular time there is no vaccine, there is no treatment, and thus the risk of infection, particularly for African Americans who are particularly vulnerable to this virus, are even greater. So after prayerful consideration, consultation, and concern for your welfare and well-being, we will continue to host our services and other offerings online until further notice, or until the Spirit and science, the Spirit, capital S, and science say come. I want this to be over soon, but not at the risk to your well-being. I will continue to assess all information and seek the wisdom of God for guidance, and consult with leadership to lead at this particular time, and I certainly solicit your prayers. This is a new normal. We're canoeing the mountains. We don't have a roadmap, but God is faithful. I want you to look forward to the Poets Cafe starting this weekend, featuring Reverend I.O. Morton and friends. I want you to stay tuned for the text or the info or the status update that will make you aware of it. I believe it will bless you. And mothers, we're planning a virtual celebration for you on Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. Stay tuned for details. I believe you'll be blessed by the time of gathering that we're planning. I want to ask that you would pray for the family members of CNBC member Joseph Stimson, who went home to be with the Lord a little over a week ago. His services will be on this Monday at the church. There are restrictions still on attending funeral services, but his services will be streamed. Please keep Deacon David and Pastor Nadlin Dunnigan, Deacon Phil Dotson, and Deacon Walter and Thelma Hill in your prayers in the loss of their family members. Parents, please make sure that your teens are checking in for the Zoom call with Minister Essence Jackson, and we also hope that you receive, or you are receiving, have received, I should say, the second installment of the mental health tips featuring Reverend Vahisha Hassan and Dr. Deborah Carter. I pray and trust that these tips are coming to you at a time where they are beneficial, where they are assuming soothing balm as we navigate these very unusual and extremely stressful times. Remember to tune in to the 7:14 a.m. prayer call and the state of emergency prayer call at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. And also want to ask that you would remember that this Sunday we will celebrate our 53rd church anniversary and birthday celebration. And once again, we will have virtual communion. We'll have virtual communion. So make sure that you have your crackers, your oyster crackers, your juice, your grape juice, so that we can commune at the table of the Lord together. We won't do it in person, but we can do it together virtually. Most of all, I'm praying to God that we will see each other again soon and in person, in worship, sooner than later. Not before it's safe, but when it's safe. Until then, stay home, be safe, practice physical distancing, wash and pray, and meet us for digital worship this Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I continue to remember you in my prayers with joy and with thanksgiving for your partnership in this gospel. With hope, with love, and with faith, your pastor.